Okay, welcome back, family. My wide open eyes family. This is another video I'm bringing to you guys where I discuss the Internet of Things. This is technology that is being developed as we speak, and I think that it's very promising. It has many advantages, seems like. Also, a lot of security vulnerabilities where your house could get hacked, your sensors in your house could get hacked. And I thought it was interesting because, well, let's start by just reading this here. It says the Internet of Things describe physical objects or a group of sub-objects with sensors. So this is kind of like your home, your smart home, where you have cameras, short circuit cameras, garage door opener. You have these new smart refrigerators, including home entertainment systems. But one thing I want you to really take from this is
the novel coronavirus pandemic is causing hundreds of thousands of deaths, wreaking economic devastation, locking down much of the world, and upending communities globally. But going forward, one of the virus's most significant legacies arguably won't be its death toll or its effect on daily life, but the way the pandemic strengthens another major global disruption from the last few years: the rise and spread of digital surveillance.
This could be, these physical objects could be, again, one thing, or it could be a group of things, and they all have sensors. Now, these sensors have, says here, processing ability, software, and other technologies that connect and exchange data with other devices and systems over the internet. So all these things, all these gadgets and appliances, all connected. They all have these sensors in them, and they all communicate over the internet. Okay.
Imagine a world where everything you do, from meeting your friends to using a public toilet, is recorded. Based on your actions ranging from what you buy to where you go, you are given a score similar to the way you rate an Uber drive. If the government believes what you do is socially beneficial, the score will increase, and if not, the score will decrease. If you critique the government, buy alcohol or play games, your score decreases, and when your score is low, you won't be allowed to travel, your children would be barred from applying to high school, you would be fired from your job, and the best part, you would be publicly shamed. This dystopian future is a reality of today's China. According to People's Daily, China's facial recognition system has become so advanced that it can scan the faces of 1.4 billion Chinese citizens in just a second. After the arrival of the internet in China in 1994, it became a very critical channel of communication for Chinese citizens. In a place where speech and access to information were heavily restricted, the internet became a medium where people could find uncensored news, speak their minds, and even organize protests. However, as time passed, the authorities found a way to block the free flow of information and use the internet for their benefit. Within a decade, they built an extensive infrastructure of surveillance combined with cutting-edge technologies. With the help of it, they tracked those who spoke against the government, and they were subsequently arrested or intimidated. Things worsened under Xi's era, when a ruling was made by Supreme People's Court in September 2013. According to it, a person could face a prison for 3 years for posting comments that spread rumors and are deemed to be defamatory by the authorities. Soon, the state media revealed that the government had hired more than 2 million individuals as microblog monitors to report on online postings to official censors. In 2016, a cybersecurity law was passed which further facilitated state control on the internet. Companies like Alibaba, Tencent, Baidu were required to censor prohibited content to reduce the anonymity of people on the internet. They were instructed to ask people their real name with proof during registration. During the same period, the Chinese government was also working on Project Skynet. Skynet is a mass surveillance system that was created in 2005. However, the government revealed its existence in 2013, when it had already installed a network of 20 million cameras across the country. By 2019, this number increased from 20 million to 200 million.
Internet of Things has been considered a misnomer because devices do not need to be connected to public internet. They only need to be connected to a network and be individually addressable. So like basically they'll use your MAC address, which every device has that's connected to the internet somehow. So your modem, it's a good example. Now, take a look at this video here, and you will see why it's important to understand where is this technology going, and what this technology means, and how can you essentially be affected by this technology. And let's take a look here and listen.
Plant the brake pads in a mining.
I'll bring it back.
What do an umbrella, a shark, a houseplant, the brake pads in a mining truck, and a smoke detector have in common? They can all be connected online, and in fact, they are. By 2022, it is expected that more than 1 trillion sensors will be connected to the internet. If all things are connected, it will shift the way we do business and use resources, and will eventually yield massive amounts of data. But who owns this data, and how safely will it be kept? By 2020, around 22% of the world's cars will be connected to the internet. That's 290.
So I want to pause it right there to basically ponder what the video just said, which is who owns this data, who controls this data, right? Where is this data kept? So let's say your fridge, right? And your fridge has certain sensors that know, I read and seen with this fridges that literally tell you how much milk you got left and how much food you got in it, or what's going on. You could walk up to the fridge and click on the screen, and without opening the fridge, it tells you what's in there. I seen that. Now, let's say that you keep a lot of beer in there. Let's say you drink a lot of wine, right? Now they have this data, right? Years ago, I read a book called Database Nation. You guys could look it up. And the book basically talked about this was years ago. I'm talking before Google. And it talked about how, that a health insurance provider could deny you health insurance based on the fact that it shows in your bank records, ATM charges. It shows that you frequently go into the liquor store. You go into the liquor store and you buy liquor, and you might be deemed at risk because of personal injury, maybe due to falling down or something while you intoxicated, right? So they could use this information for your benefit or against you. Then that's what the book was all about. Now, that years later, you see this Internet of Things network, this idea that basically we're becoming a surveillance state just like China. It is estimated that China, and I'll show you, has here it is, New York Times. Full takeaway from a Times investigation into China. So, I mean, China is expanding the surveillance state. You see that? And I thought this was amazing because it shows that China's ambition to collect a staggering amount of personal data from every citizen is more expansive than previously known. The Time investigation has found phone tracking devices are now everywhere. Phone tracking devices are everywhere. Wow. The police are creating excuse me, some of the largest DNA databases in the world. So there goes your DNA in a big giant database. And the authorities are building upon facial recognition technology to collect voice prints from the general public. Wow. So voice prints from the general public. So they could track you by sound. Now, we all know that software it's an app and you hit the button on the phone and it listens to the music in your surroundings and it tells you the name of the song. Same thing here, except that when you speak, your voice, they're able to pick you up anywhere because of the sound of your voice. I think that is extraordinary. I mean, think about it. You go into a mall and you're speaking, having a conversation with your parents, your family, and based on that audio, they could pinpoint your location in a map. I think that's incredible. But let's go back to this video here and let's continue listening to what they're saying.
Million vehicles. And by 2024, more than 50% of home internet traffic will be used by appliances and devices, rather than just for communication and entertainment. In this scenario, what if your car or your home got hacked? The Internet of Things raises huge questions on privacy and security that have to be addressed by governments, corporations, and consumers. But if we get things right, it will also bring unprecedented efficiency to processes that will no longer be offline. Imagine cows in a farm being monitored to obtain health reports that will help farmers feed them better, or tracking the behavior of complex industrial machinery, preventing accidents and shortening downtime for maintenance. All kinds of devices will be able to gather and share any type of information from their environment, seamlessly organizing themselves to make our lives smarter and safer. A world where all things are connected is going to bring endless opportunities for most human activities. But it will depend on us whether we are going to take advantage of it or let it take advantage of us. Will data be collected, shared, and stored to improve our lives, or will it be used to control us?
Imagine you're at work and realize that you might not have turned off the air conditioner while leaving your house. Instead of traveling all the way back home, what if you could use your smartphone to know the status of your AC? And perhaps even turn it
Well, you guys saw it for yourself, you know? What if your network is hacked? Someone could break into your network at home, your security network, and unlock your doors, turn on and off your lights, turn off your lights at home and break in, and you be in the dark. So this sounds like there's a lot of positivity that could come out of this, but there's also risk. And never mind what governments could do and institutions to deny you access or provide you access. These are the kind of technologies that will grow exponentially in the next few years and will have an impact on your life, whether you use them or not, you know. These things will manifest themselves, and people will adopt these technologies all around you. And it's almost like, you know, imagine someone tracking you down, like a, you know, individual person with this technology based on the sound. So, you know, they want to find, I don't know, anyone. They just click on a button on the app and boom, it tells them where you at based on the sounds of your voice. So this is part of what the Internet of Things is. You know, what are your comments and thoughts on that? How do you see this technology playing out? Again, you know, it's fascinating stuff, and you here in the worldwide Open Eyes family, we all gonna learn about these things, and we're gonna stay ahead of these technologies and understand these technologies. So subscribe, like, share, you know, and let's grow this connection here we have, this through the channel, and let's try to send awareness out. Because I mean, if you think about China and what they're doing, it's like, it's crazy. I mean, you know, the Times went over there, they got unprecedented access, and they saw China's surveillance capability. And it says here the Chinese government's goal is clear: designing a system to maximize what the state can find out about a person's identity, activity, and social connection, which could ultimately help the government maintain its authoritarian rule. Look at that. Wow. So you could be controlled, you know? You could be controlled. You know, you hear what happened with PayPal, how they were gonna fine $2,500 to folks who, I guess, broke some part of their user agreement, and they froze people's account. I mean, can you imagine this on a wider scale? You know, the ability that, you know, governments will have. It's incredible. Chinese police analyze human behavior to ensure facial recognition cameras capture as much activity as possible. Here we go again, you know? Here we go again. And analysts estimate that more than half of the world's nearly 1 billion surveillance cameras are in China. Wow. Wow. So, do you think having mass surveillance in the U.S. is a good thing or it's a bad thing? It's just another video, another story, more technology that's emerging. This is just another example how knowing the truth and understanding, perhaps the real intentions behind these technologies, this will allow us to stay a step ahead. But I'm gonna leave this video right here. Again, like, subscribe, share. Let's expand. Check out the Patreon. I will begin uploading a lot of those videos. A lot of videos I'm not able to post on YouTube. I'll be uploading those to my Patreons for my subscribers. I just gotta find a way to get around the YouTube algorithm, so I will appreciate your support. But I'm gonna leave this right here, and we'll resume again, and let's understand what's going on. Let's keep our eyes open. Till then, let's learn together, let's grow together, and let's love together. Peace out.